Welcome to yet another monthly video where we take a look at the games popping up in May. More specifically, the indie first-person shooters popping up in May. It's going to be a sicked, wicked, crazy month. Trust me, let's do it!
I won't lie, there are times I ask myself why on earth I took this job.
Starting May off, we got Abiotic Factor, a game that seems to challenge the widely popular Lethal Company. While Abiotic is vastly different in some regards, it is also very similar in some others. As an example, you loot and scavenge the remains of vacant offices and business-like areas, and you do this to be able to enjoy your next day off from the company that you're currently working for, and that reminds me a lot of Lethal Company. Abiotic, however, seems to take the formula to new heights when it comes to things to do, like building your own base, decorating it how you like, even being able to pack everything up and move it to another location using forklifts and trucks. Come to think of it, Lethal Company has a lot going for it, but at its core it is very simple, while Abiotic is not. To summarize it without going into too much depth, Abiotic features a level system, crafting system that lets you craft decorations, traps and weapons. It even features a variety of monsters and tools and actual weapons for you to fight back with. Even though the game is kinda emphasizing you to use traps for the most part, seeing as you play as a scientist with not that much combat skill, it still features weapons that you can fire, and 6-player co-op, and a progression system that will constantly make you tougher and deadlier. Oh, and of course a lot of wackiness and humor. Now honestly, I personally don't mind them evolving the Lethal Company formula. Do you? Let me know down in the comments. Do you hear that? Yeah, that is the sound of Ultra Kill with both style and beats to it. This, my amazing viewer, is Robobeat, a fast-paced, acrobatic, wall-running, rhythm first-person shooter, and that sounds more hardcore than hell itself. I know, I was terrified when I played this for the first time, but to my utter surprise, it is extremely easy to get into, and there are settings for you to fine-tune to match the beat easier, which, if you're old like me, well, I recommend you fine-tune those settings. Now, there is a whole lot more to this game than first meets the eye. This one is also rocking a progression system in the vein of a roguelike. You get upgrades, new and stronger weapons, and so on. But it also has a fantastic hub world with a lot of interactivity and things to do in it, and a really damn cool vibe overall. Now the best part of it all is that I got some early access to this game, and I intend to stream it right after this video drops, so keep an eye out for that. I'll make sure to show as much of the game as I possibly can in that stream, and I'm very excited to finally be able to jump into more than just a demo of the game. Hey, are you liking what you see so far? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you do. If you don't like it, hit the dislike. And for all the holy macaronis and meatballs out there, don't forget to join the Discord linked in the description. It is literally the best community in the freaking world. Trust me. And if you don't believe me, well, pop in for a second and check it out yourself. If you don't like it, drop out. Now let's continue with the games. I cannot mother-cracking holy macaronis and meatballs believe this. Is this really true? Is what I'm seeing right here? Are my eyes deceiving me right now? Is Selaco really dropping into early access? And it's not just any early access. Friends, it's actually happening. It's finally happening. Selaco is dropping into early access. For so long have we waited. For so long have people been talking about this game in every corner of the boomer shooter community. And the wait was so... Wait, I don't even know if it's worth it yet, but goddamn, it's looking like it was. With an insane amount of levels for the first stage of early access, an incredible interactive and immersive world, punchy weapons, a rich story that is never forced upon you, insane GC Doom graphics, and some well thought out sci-fi aesthetics. Yep, you're right. If you were to ask me what is one of my most anticipated games this year, Selaco would be very high up on that list. There is no doubt about it. Now the B-roll that you're seeing rolling here is actually from a fairly recent video where I talk a lot more about the game and why I'm so excited for it. So I highly recommend you go check that one out after this video. You know, to really get that hypometer go kaboom! You will find it in the pinned comment.
Yo, How did you even get here? Lucky for you, I know a way out. What do you say? Those zombies ain't gonna shoot themselves.
Yep, Zombietown is in this list. I just don't know, man. It kind of looks fun, honestly. It's a very, very simple game. There are 20 different levels and your goal is simply to escape each level while killing as many zombies as you can on your way out. There is no mind-blowing mechanics, graphics or anything like that. Just a big amount of wacky zombies, different weapons and power-ups, and that's it. Not sure what the price will be, but if it's fairly priced, heck, this might just be a nice little relaxer from time to time.
Bunk.
Submarines haunted. Hunt and be haunted in this horror dungeon crawler inspired by the decay of the Soviet Union and immersive RPGs from the 90s. And that is about what I needed to know to get excited for this game. On to the next. I'm kidding. Let's get a little more into what this game is about, because it sure isn't your standard FPS. So first of all, there is a lot of character building, and I mean that in attributes to put into your character. Make it have amazing accuracy or huge amounts of health. It's up to you. Secondly, as we can see here, it's very point and clicky. As an example, you reload with your mouse by dragging it over the clip. And as you know, I love it when a developer dares to create something odd and risky like this. Now, I'm actually not sure if it's an on-rails shooter or how to actually control the camera movement. It doesn't say anywhere and there really is no information on it. So we are just going to have to wait and see, because the trailers, yeah, I mean, sometimes it looks like it's on rails and sometimes it doesn't look like it's on rails. I don't know. But I do know that I'm very interested in finding out what happens in this Lovecraftian meets Slavic folklore submarine. Oh, and there will be a few drunken sailors here and there that you can chit-chat to. They usually have pretty good stories to tell from what I heard. I never really actually spoke to one prior to this, so it's just what I heard. Let's find out when the game drops, shall we?
What the hell is this place?
Now, the Stairway is kind of a bonus game for the video. It's not really a shooter, but more an endless loop anomaly hunt and observation spot the difference game, where you are stuck in an endless loop of stairways with a cat, and you have to observe your surroundings carefully to reach the exit. So why did I feature this one? Well, it looks freaking sweet. I love how the game takes something as simple as a staircase but turns it into a full-fledged game, transforms it, add mystery, atmosphere and a whole lot of scary to it. I'm super excited to see how it all turns out in the end, and I figured you might be as well. Oh, and I mean the gorgeous little cat accompanying you through the game, 10 out of 10.
The markings on the letter were almost identical to the map I found. I saddled up Brad and made tracks towards the camp I was sure to be at Gulping Gulch. There's an outlaw camp right here with some shady folks eating beans. Now here's hoping that's all I find.
From the creator of Golden Light, the ultra-weird retro first-person shooter game, comes yet another ultra-weird retro first-person shooter game. But this time, it's set in the wild, wild west. You get to dive headfirst into the eccentric open world of Chambers, the Outlaw, where you'll embark on a journey to conquer territories controlled by bandits. And with some of the craziest freaking characters the imagination can come up with, a ton of gore, mechanics that lets you catch bullets with your bare hands, and crunchy visuals to make the crunchiest cracker feel soft, this game is looking super promising. And I know a lot of you out there are way more into the weird and crazy visuals of games like Cruelty Squad than I am, but that by no means takes away the fact that the game can still be freaking awesome even in my book, and this one sure looks like it could be.
Everyone likes a hero.
Mullet motherfreaking Mad Jack is dropping in May. What an incredible motherfreaking wicked sick month May is going to be. Now I covered Mullet Mad Jack multiple times and I even have a demo review up for it. I'll leave it down in the pinned comment. But in that review is all the information you need to know about the game to get really hyped for it, because yeah, it is amazing, folks. Now you can even see me play their game on their Steam page. Pretty freaking dope if I may say so myself. But what the game actually is essentially a fast-paced, post-void-like game. Your life is on a clock, and to add time to that clock you have to kill the foes in front of you. I know, it sounds pretty hectic, but fear not. There are 5 different difficulty levels to cater just about anyone who wants to play the game. Say that you, for an example, just want to enjoy the amazing crisp visuals. Don't be shy, drop the difficulty. I know that I will do multiple runs of this game to get both the hectic and harder experiences, as well as the easier to explore and inspect the gorgeous 90s anime visuals and music. So don't be afraid to do the same. Let me know in the comments which game is your favorite that drops in May. I know it's a really hard month to pick a favorite. It's going to be incredible. But once you drop that comment, take my hand, kid, let's go check out these.